But to kick us off, I'd like to ask our elected officials to bring us greetings. First up is the Reeve of Tynanega Township and Warden of Hastings County, Rick Phillips. Is Rick on? I know I had conversation with him yesterday. If Rick does join us, we'll give him an opportunity later. And with us today also is the mayor of the city of Belleville, Mitch Panchak. Mitch, I'll hand it over to you.
Well, good morning, everybody, and hello, Amber. And obviously, we're so grateful for the work that Trenval and the Small Business Center do for the city of Belleville, but also the volunteer board members. And this has been a very, very difficult year. The fact that you've been able to continue your operations is terrific. We're very supportive of the work of Trenval and very appreciative. And I just want to congratulate you on another successful year. And we look forward to doing another great year as we come out of the pandemic. And I think that we will all agree that our economy will be really, really strong, but we need Trenval to continue to provide those important functions and those important investments going forward. So thank you very much.
Yes, kind words, Mitch, and thank you so much. And also joining us today is Deputy Mayor Jim Ellier from the City of Quinte West.
Well, thank you very much, Amber. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for the invitation. I bring greetings from Mayor Jim Harrison and Quinte West City Council, and certainly all the businesses and residents of Quinte West. And the mayor sends his regrets this morning, being he had another prior commitment. So thank you very much. We do appreciate, as Mitch said, all the things you do for our communities, just not Quinte West, but the whole area, because we all benefit from it in one way or another. And certainly it's been a challenge the last few months and a better part of a year and a half, I guess you'd say, that yourselves and our municipalities have had to readjust our way of doing business and trying to connect and work with people. So I congratulate you on your past year. I'm sure you're going to do everything to surpass your previous year in all your endeavors. And we look forward to working and helping with you in any endeavor you might need. So thank you very much and appreciate the invitation this morning.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you both for also taking the time out of your busy schedules. I know running a cities and being a deputy mayor also takes a lot of time and effort, and we appreciate also what you have done for the local businesses and all our communities that Trenval serves, which includes the City of Belleville, City of Quinte West, Deseronto, Tynanega Township, the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte, Sterling Rawdon. So I will now turn it over to our chair, Joanna March, who will lead us through the agenda. Joanna, could you please unmute?
I'm sorry about that. Jesus, what a way to start this, this meeting. Anyway, on behalf of the Board of Directors, Trenval and the Small Business Center staff, I would like to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us for a virtual annual general meeting. It's been a difficult past year. The sacrifices and restrictions necessary to combat the COVID-19 pandemic tested both individual resilience and the ability of local businesses to weather unprecedented challenges. With the support of our partners and various levels of government, local business came through the past year battered, but not broken. And I am pleased to say that all of our Trenval clients have kept their businesses up and running. I am very proud of the volunteers and especially the staff of the Trenval Small Business Center family for their tireless efforts to ensure that a wide variety of support for our clients was available when it was required. Trenval and the Bay of Quinte business community did well in 2021, and I am confident we will do better in 2022. So now let's begin our AGM. Our first order of business is to approve the last year's AGM minutes. So I need a motion that the minutes of the annual general meeting held on June 24th, 2020 be approved as circulated. Can I have a first? Liz? Am I hearing anything?
Oh, first that.
Okay, thanks, Liz. And can I have a second?
Karen, I'll second.
Karen, thank you. All those who are not in favor, since we're on virtual, say yay. Okay, thank you. Motion is approved. Our second bit of what we have to do is present the financial statements. I'd like to introduce Kirk Gregoire. He's from Wilkinson, and he will give us the our financial statements for last year.
Thanks very much. Good morning, everyone. I am pleased to be here virtually to present the financial results for Trenval Business Development Corporation for the year ended March 31st, 2021. Our auditor's report is a clean opinion and is dated June 30th, 2021. Our report states that in our opinion, the financial statements present fairly the financial position of the corporation as at March 31st, 2021, in accordance with Canadian accounting standards for not-for-profit organizations. It certainly was a very different year for the organization due to the global pandemic. I'm pleased to say that it was a successful financial year for Trenval despite this. The investment fund is very strong with assets that total almost $11 million, which consist of mostly cash and loans receivable. Trenval dispersed nearly $4 million in loans during fiscal 2021, which was vital to their clients and the community. The investment fund is where we concentrated a significant portion of our audit work as it accounts for a significant percentage of the assets of the corporation. Total revenues recognized during the period were just under $4 million, which has increased significantly as a result of funding received as a result of the pandemic. The composition of this is government grants, investment income, and miscellaneous income. Total expenditures were just over 1.1 million, resulting in a surplus for the year of 2.8 million, bringing the total fund balances of the corporation to approximately $11 million. The staff and board of Trenval have certainly worked hard in the past fiscal year to attempt to assist as many clients and community businesses as possible through the pandemic. We congratulate you on a successful 2021 and wish for even greater success in the coming year. I would like to thank Amber Darling, her staff, and the board of directors for their assistance and support during our audit. And if anyone would like a copy of the financial statements, please contact Amber and the team via the chat, and they will send them to you. Thanks very much for your attention, everyone.
Thank you, Kurt. So I need a motion from the board that the audited financial statements prepared by Wilkinson and Company and the decisions of the management for the period April 1st, 2020 to March 31st, 2021 be accepted as presented. Can I have a firster?
I'll make that motion, Jamie.
Thanks, Jamie. Can I have a seconder?
I'll second that, Robin. Robin?
Okay, thanks, Robin. All those who are not in favor, say aye. Thank you. Motion passed. We have a second motion that we need to agree on, and that the accounting firm of Wilkinson and Company be appointed as the auditors for the Trenval Business Development Corporation for the period of April 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022. Can I have a firster?
It's Chris Fraser. I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Chris. And a seconder?
It's Liz Canuta. I'll second that motion.
Okay, thanks, Liz. All those who are not in favor with Kirk coming back to help us with our financial statements, say aye. Okay, Kurt, you're with us again for another year. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I am going to pass it over to our illustrious executive director, to whom we are grateful for her excellent work and her dedication to this organization, Amber Darling. Amber, you gotta unmute, just like me.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. I think we're all used to everybody making those mistakes these days. So as I mentioned, all of the staff will be involved in today's presentation. And first of all, we're going to start off with one of our core services, which is business advisory services, which is on the next slide. Business advisory services is a core element of the delivery of the Community Futures program. Our professional staff is experienced and knowledgeable about the local market and understands the challenges faced by businesses. This past year, we assisted 68 businesses with a job impact of 86 and provided 484 non-loan counseling sessions. As you know, Trenval does a lot of financing, but this is something that is also needs to be brought to the forefront, that we are here for any type of inquiry, along with the Small Business Center. And the number of inquiries this past year has been incredible for the staff. The business support is also accompanied with workshops, events, and webinars, which are often co-hosted with the Small Business Center. And at the beginning of 2020, we also did 11 workshops with Loyalist College. So on the next slide is the Rural Innovation Eastern Ontario Initiative. This program concluded on March 31st after a total contribution to Eastern Ontario of $15 million from 2019 to 2021. For local and regional streams across 15 Eastern Ontario CFDCs, which are just offices just like Trenval. For this fiscal reporting period, Trenval provided non-repayable performance-based funding to expanding businesses who are accessing new markets or adopting advanced business innovation processes. A total of 12 businesses were supported with $650,000 in grant funding, which impacted 129 jobs. A big part of the REAL program was Harry Todd. And after 11 years with Trenval of being our administrator, bookkeeper, business counselor, and granted coordinator, Harry will be leaving Trenval at the end of the month, and we actually just celebrated his last official day in the office yesterday. So we wish Harry much luck, health, and happiness. Also, Trenval is involved in many community economic development or CED projects. We assist that address certain economic and environmental or social challenges of the communities. And these are often in partnership with other organizations. CED funding fluctuates annually after all operating expenses are covered. Last year, we are proud to have supported 5 projects, which included the physician recruitment at TMH, the regional hospice Quinte, and the nurse and PSW retention and recruitment program with the BON, the Rotary Park expansion in Sterling, and also with QEDC partnership, the Quinte Technology Adoption Program. So the team will take it from here, but first I wanted to thank each and every staff member for your dedication to the local businesses, just not this past year, but always. For being there when they needed you and for when you needed each other, for being there for myself, Bruce David, and our board of directors. You have all gone above and beyond. And also a huge thanks to the board of directors for providing us with the guidance and the tools necessary to continue to meet our clients' needs without interruption. And now I'm happy to present to you our illustrious business and loan advisor, Eileen Brown. Eileen?
Good morning, everyone, and thank you again for joining us today for our 34th AGM. I am Eileen Brown, as many of you know, Trenval's business and loans advisor, and an honored member of Team Trenval, and I'm pleased to report that in spite of COVID-19, provided loan counseling to 275 clients, which included 17 loans dispersed to new and existing businesses within our catchment area, totaling lending of $1.527 million, supported by $6.4 million in leverage funding through other contributions such as private lending, and other financing partnerships as BDC and Futurepreneur as an example. I can also report, since Trenval opened its doors 34 years ago, Trenval has collectively supported and financed 927 small business loans, which totaled $40.4 million. That was supported by $53.6 million in leverage funding that created and maintained 4,626 jobs within our catchment area to date. In response to COVID-19, and as the local FedDev delivery stream for COVID mitigation monies, also known as regional relief and recovery funding, that provided up to $60,000 in potential forgiveness of between 25 to 33% to those eligible applicants. Trenval was able to directly fund 51 businesses, which totaled $2,394,888 dispersed RRF relief funds that supported the maintenance of 126 jobs. The forgiveness or non-repayable funding portion of these supported businesses will total just over 500,000. Trenval is proud to be one of 60 Ontario Community Futures that collectively delivered 2,876,000 relief loans that totaled $116.7 million funded program dollars, which in turn supported just under 8,500 jobs in the province of Ontario. I can also report that Trenval has provided additional COVID funding between April 1st and June 30 of 2021, which totaled $525,000 to 13 businesses that supported an additional 43 jobs in our area. Now that I've wowed you with all the numbers, here's what you've truly been waiting on the edge of your seats to experience. A sample of the meat and potatoes of what fuels Trenval, our clients, an entrepreneur with grits, guts, and courage to challenge COVID, whom I'm honored to serve, to know, and to introduce to you all today. She is the owner of Mops, who rolled up her sleeve and, in spite of COVID, grew her business from a sole proprietorship into a multi-level cleaning service incorporation known as Mops, Inc., with 4 service branches, residential, commercial, vacation rental, and hospitality. She is a dynamic young entrepreneur who will knock your socks off. So please give your attention to our guest speaker, the one and only Miss Stephanie Joy Rayton.
Good morning, Trenval. That was the nicest introduction I think I've ever had. So it's an absolute pleasure to be here today. So I'm still getting used to my new term, but my name is Stephanie Rayton and I am the CEO of Mops Inc. Limited. I started back in 2018. I showed up at Trenval's doors and was starting a cleaning service called Mops. So Mops at the time, we targeted residential cleaning for the busy family, and our demographic for hiring was the working mom who wanted to work around school hours. So we had built our team up to 16 team members, and we were cleaning houses all over the Bay of Quinte area, and then COVID. So as soon as school shut down, we lost all of our team members, and the ability to go into residential homes was eliminated unless they fit into a certain category. I showed up, I think I got an email from Trenval, and it just said, like, we're working on something, don't worry. And it immediately made me feel like I wasn't alone. I'm going to try not to cry as I'm giving you this speech today. So immediately we realized that we weren't going to be able to clean houses anymore, and we created a business called Major Mops. So Major Mops was a direct response to COVID-19, and it was a commercial cleaning service. At this time, we are cleaning over 600,000 square feet of commercial space in the Bay of Quinte area. In 2020, we also started to take on Airbnb and vacation property services, and we realized there was a huge demand in our area for this type of product. We, in 2021, launched a brand called Suite Services, which was tailored exactly for the vacation property market. The summer had filled up. We weren't taking on any new clients, and we then got a call from a local resort whose housekeeping department had walked off the job. They said we need about 160 cleans per week. And in my head, I'm thinking, how the heck are we going to do this? But of course, we jumped at the opportunity and pitched a new idea where we'd acquire any existing team members they had and completely take over their housekeeping department. This was one of our biggest opportunities. This season, we were completing 220 cleans per week. We have a team of 26 staff members, and it allowed us to start to plan a reinvestment into our business. I used to think that reinvesting was every time I bought a new vacuum, but this quickly led me to see that we were able to make a plan. So we decided to incorporate. We incorporated Mops Inc. Limited, and we are 3 brands: Mommy Mops for residential, Major Mops for commercial, and Suite Services for vacation properties and housekeeping. We also made the decision to hire a leadership team. So usually I would grow the business and then hire to fit a need. But right now we made the strategic plan to bring on 3 leaders. We have an operations manager who is taking over Mops Inc. fully. So she'll be looking after all 3 divisions. We then have a leader who is taking over our commercial sector for Major Mops, and an operations manager for our for our residential and our vacation property. I just want to take a second to say thank you. Honestly, this is where I probably start to cry, but when COVID hit, everything just started to feel like it was crumbling. As a independent parent of 3 girls, I have been working my butt off since 2018 trying to grow my business, and immediately it started to fall. I remember getting the call from my name who said, "I've got a check cut for you and you can show up." Sorry. And I met her at the door because we still didn't know what was going on. We're masked. We don't know if we can be around each other or not. And she handed me a check that covered our expenses. At that stage of my business, we didn't have enough to cover our expenses week to week, and we would have lost everything. So I know that there was a lot of hours put in, evenings and weekends, from all of you finding solutions. Sorry, that's my time that I need to stop talking. You were working around the clock trying to find us solutions for the local businesses in the Bay of Quinte area. And I can tell you that you directly impacted myself and all 26 team members that now have strong employment with a career path within us. So thank you for everything that you do. And it is an absolute pleasure to run a business here in the Bay of Quinte.
Well, Stephanie, thank you so much on behalf of the Trenval team and our board and the community. I want to applaud you, Stephanie. Starting as a sole proprietor, a single mom, female entrepreneur, you know that's not easy, with heart and soul that continues to roll up your sleeves. You go above and beyond, offering a living wage regardless of the self-sacrifice that you've had. You pivoted during a pandemic and expanded your business into Mops Inc. Thank you for taking the time in your busy schedule as a CEO. Congratulations on that. And thank you for sharing your story with us today. Now, I would love to introduce you to my esteemed colleague, extraordinaire, Trenval's executive assistant and loans administrator, who brings smiles and warmth to all of us here at the office. I don't know what we'd ever do without her. Barb Wilson.
Thank you so much, Eileen, and hello, everyone. Before I get started with our next agenda item, I definitely want to pass on my thanks as well, and that of our entire team. Stephanie, thank you so much for sharing your story and being here today. It means the world, and we're so grateful you could take time out of your very busy day to join us. Thank you. So the next topic on the agenda is our BizQuest Quinte contest. So the goal of our first ever BizQuest Quinte contest was to provide an online platform to showcase local entrepreneurs and their businesses throughout the Bay of Quinte. Video advertising has proven to be a highly successful form of marketing. This contest helped all participants share their business story with our community. One winner was awarded for each of the 3 prize categories: Start, Grow, and Thrive. Each prize package was valued at $8,000 or more. Thanks to everyone who played a role in making this first ever contest possible, especially with the various challenges and delays brought on by the COVID pandemic. Sincere thanks to our 12 prize partners, our 29 contestant entries, our 21 volunteers, our 2,585 public votes, and everyone who supported the project behind the scenes. Congratulations to the 3 lucky winners. The winner of our start category was Taylor Russett of the Grind and Vine. Winner of the Grow category was Sarah Michelson of the French Owl. Winner of the Thrive category was Frank Havman, Bata Maple Sugar Bush. The next contest is scheduled to start in January. Let's celebrate our local entrepreneurs together. I'm happy to introduce the amazing Small Business Center team. Brianna Rossett, Office and Events Coordinator, and up first, Luc Fournier, Program Coordinator. Thank you for all that you do to support our community. You're an amazing team to work with. Thank you. Up, Luc.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us this morning. I have to reciprocate the love and support that we get from Trenval because we're very happy and excited to be working continuously with Trenval. We're very lucky to have the team that we do. The Small Center is very proud to play a part in supporting the regional efforts for small businesses as they navigate startups. But we're also proud to support the growth and development of some of the existing businesses as they consider new paths. Today, we want to do a quick acknowledgement of our funding partners, the province of Ontario, the city of Belleville, the city of Quinte West, Trenval, and the Bay of Quinte Economic Development Commission. The Small Business Center offers 3 main programs known as our core program, the Starter Company Plus grant, and the Summer Company grant. And this year we've had the one-time unique opportunity to offer a new fund for this year only, known as the Digital Marketing Enhancement Grant. And today I'm just going to offer a brief overview of each of those programs. So our core services, they're ongoing throughout the year. And within this support framework, we work with businesses on strategic planning, financial projections, problem solving, just to name a few. Sometimes we simply just play the role of the level-headed, non-biased sounding board. We've had the privilege this year of addressing 1,997 unique inquiries, and we've received over 400 referrals from our partners in the region. And we've directly impacted the creation of 37 jobs. In 1 year, the Small Business Center has met one-on-one with 296 clients addressing their questions, concerns, and challenges. On the next slide, I want to talk a little bit about the Starter Company Plus grant. However, before we get to that, there is a note to be made that our Summer Company grant, which is tailored to students returning to school in the fall, unfortunately was unable to run this year due to COVID circumstances, putting a little bit of a delay on that. As such, the funds for that grant have been reallocated to our Starter Company grant, which has further enhanced the support we put up there. The Starter Company grant had put back $82,300 into the community, supporting 20 businesses directly, 9 startups, and 11 expansions. The grant goes towards supporting businesses in the form of equipment purchases, marketing support, software platform implementation, and other needs based on unique applications. On the next slide, we're just going to take a moment to highlight Emily Barnett from Tropical Blends. Emily did approach us with with an application for the Starter Company Plus grant. However, ineligible, we did offer some further support through our core program, and I'd just like to introduce her today, and she has a short video for us.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm opening a cafe called Tropical Blends. It's at 322 Pinnacle Street, downtown Belleville. I've been working on opening since about 2019, and I've run into quite a few obstacles, and I wasn't really sure who to reach out to ask for help. And a friend of mine had advised me to reach out to the Small Business Center because they had a grant that they were offering. So I did end up applying for the grant, and that's how I got in contact with Luke. After working with Luke, we decided that it wasn't really going to be super beneficial for me at this time to go ahead with the grant process because there was lots of other obstacles that I needed to address kind of beforehand. Like the money wasn't necessarily going to like help me open my doors. So Luke ended up getting me in contact with the DBIA's executive director, Louisa. He also had Karen Post working on my behalf, and there was a lot of other people behind the scenes helping. There were some engineers and contractors downtown, and we ended up getting the change of use permit after a long time. So we finally have a green light to go ahead and use this space now, which is super exciting. My partner Charles purchased this building, I think at the beginning of 2019, and it had been vacant for just over a decade, I believe. So that's why we needed to get the change of use permit, because it used to be a dry cleaning facility. So to turn it into a cafe, it's a totally different thing, and the standards are just so high. So we had to get that changed, that approved, which is finally done now. Thank you to Luke and everybody working for us on our behalf. It's super exciting. I'm currently just working on the finishing touches to be able to get open here. It's going to be a tropical style cafe, super unique to the downtown area. There's nothing really like this. So you can expect like coffee, tea, smoothie bowls, that type of thing, like soup, salad, lots of healthy options and lots of like readily available like grab and go style options, charcuterie, that type of thing. Yeah, I just wanted to give like a quick shout out to Luke, the Small Business Center. There's just a lot of services that they offer, not necessarily just the grants, that are super beneficial to people like me. And I think it's great for downtown to have new businesses, and it's just a great community, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I hope more people are going to be eager to open downtown, especially as COVID's kind of working its way out. Yeah, anyway, thank you for listening, and when the cafe is open, you will be probably the first to find out, and I hope that you'll come by. Thank you. Hi, I'm Emily.
We want to thank Emily for submitting her video, and she did have a lot of questions and concerns, and we're very proud to be able to help her through some of those challenges. Just a review of the digital enhancement grant. Again, it was a one-time funding we received this year through our Small Business Center Ontario network, and it was $32,000 back into the community, particularly in response to the pandemic shutdown. We were able to help businesses implement e-commerce based platforms online, as well as enhance their online competitiveness, which at this point is obvious to the success of some businesses. So we were able to help them continue moving forward despite the challenges and experiences they've had in the last year and a half. So today we have, we have Jenny Moore with a video submitted as well to speak on that.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jenny Moore of More Details Incorporated, and I've had the honor of being able to work with Luke as part of the Small Business Center with regards to the digital marketing enhancement grants. A little bit about myself. We are a bookkeeping firm. We are located here in Belleville, Ontario. We cater to clients throughout Canada and the US. And the reason why we were looking for the digital marketing enhancement grant is our website needed drastic updates. We are really well known in the fintech financial technology space, but our website did not match our competency. So it was really nice to work with Luke and also with the contractor, which was Big Red Bow, to create a really epic experience on our website, which now we're starting to see through different heat lamps, some activity on there, what people are clicking on. We have our blog live now, and we're just able to see some more organic, natural content, which is really nice. So yes, I do believe that they provided us with the right service and all this great stuff. I'm going to show you just our website quickly to let you know the proof is in the pudding. So we were able to get a really nice website, really highly customizable through Wix. Our team and Big Red Bow worked together to optimize this. It was delivered in exactly the way we were looking for, that captured the personalities of our clients, as well as made sure that we were able to advocate for our voice through social media using our blog that has gotten quite a bit of traction. So we really love this experience. Thank you so much. And if there's any way we can be of assistance to you, let us know at www.moredetails.ca. Cheers.
So thanks to Jenny for submitting that video. We're going to turn it over here to Brianna Rossett, who's going to talk a little bit more about some of the information and access to resources that we have. I want to thank Brianna for being a trusted colleague and who often keeps me level-headed and acts as my sounding board sometimes. So Brianna.
Thank you so much, Luke. So as you mentioned, I am Brianna Rossett. I'm the Office and Events Coordinator for the Small Business Center, and I'm just going to kind of go through some things that I usually work at and work on here at the Small Business Center. So as shown here, we host 3 virtual events due to COVID-19. Our event system was a little bit different this year. So in total, we had 131 attendees, virtual attendees. I'll go over a few of our events that we've done. So September of 2020, we partnered with the Bay of Quinte Regional Marketing Board, offering 4 separate webinars to help and support our local tourism sector. In February of 2021, we had another event targeting digital marketing strategies. This was a half-day event. This was the highest registration out of our 3 events that we've done. And in March of 2021, we had our annual Quinte International Women's Day with 4 amazing speakers, local women and entrepreneurs from the Belleville and Prince Edward County area. It was very much a different way of doing things this year, being virtual. And then also too, so the Small Business Center, we put together 36 virtual workshops with a variety of different topics to meet the needs of our local businesses in the 5 areas that we cover. In total of the 36 virtual workshops, we had 1,755 attendees. And some of the best attended workshops that we had was marketing strategies for 2020, COVID-19 return to the workplace for employer preparedness, back to work, disinfecting protocol for the coronavirus, creating valuable content to reach your audience, introduction to social media for small business owners, Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy webinar, LinkedIn B2B strategies, simplified bookkeeping, how to use Canva for small businesses, and blog better. Many of our webinars are all recorded and added to our YouTube channel to keep creating some valuable content to our clients in the future. If there's a webinar that they missed, they're more than welcome to go to our YouTube channel and watch it again. So the Small Business Center has been proud to support the Employment and Social Development of Canada, so the Enabling Accessibility Fund under the Youth Accessibility Leader funding stream. I have actually volunteered for the position for the past 2 years to advise our local workplaces or community spaces that have any accessibility barriers. This is a $10,000 grant to help offset the cost of small construction, renovation, or retrofit of existing spaces to improve accessibility within our community. Over the last 2 years, I've helped 31 businesses access over $262,000 to improve accessibility within our community and help break down those barriers. I have started actually now my 3rd year volunteering as a 2021 Youth Accessibility Leader. And I would I want to say thank you, everyone. And now I'd like to take us back to our chair, Joanna.
Thank you. I unmuted myself, thank God. I really enjoyed listening to our clients, actually. It made our work as a board very rewarding. I really enjoyed that. And listening to all our staff and was inspiring. I mean, they are very dedicated and we are lucky to have them. Now we'll go to our recognition of our retiring directors. We have two, and it's a sad time to see two of our directors leave. They have been with us for the past 6 years, and we've had the pleasure of their experience and their and their smiles. So our first director that is leaving is Robin Pilon. In addition to her board activities, Robin was on the nominating committee for the last 2 board member recruitments and has done an excellent job, as you will see by our new directors that are coming on this year. She was also the liaison for the Quinte Museum of Natural History, a project that was originally started by Trenval. She kept us informed on the status, and we look forward to seeing the progression of this local asset. Our second person who is leaving is Liz Canuti. In addition to her board activities, Liz contributed to the committee that reviewed the Small Business Center activities. And she was also the chair of the EODP and Rio committee. This grant committee under Liz's direction has given over $2.5 million to local businesses. I want to thank both Liz and Robin very much for their time and expertise. We will miss your smiling faces and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Amber will be contacting you shortly because we have a little gift for you to remember us by. We certainly will miss you. Please stay in touch and good luck with everything to the both of you. So after the sad news, we have some happy news because now we have some new directors to introduce. And the first one is Michael Beeston. He has been a long-time volunteer with many organizations, including the Quinte Search and Rescue, Sterling Rodden Economic Development Committee, and the Police Conservation Education Committee. He also has a long career in radio broadcasting. And our second is Amy Harder. She is the former Enactus Canada president, an organization that inspires youth through entrepreneurship. Before returning to the area, she was the chief operating officer of Amber Canada, a privately owned agricultural processor. Amy is also highly motivated to support women in business and startups in our area. Our third new recruit is Sean McKillop. He is an accomplished track and field coach locally and at the Canadian level. In his spare time, he's a CPA from Sterling with his own practice specializing in income tax consulting. He has experience in acquisitions, business planning, and financial consulting. So all three of these backgrounds will be an asset to Trenval. And so once again, we give you a big welcome and we're looking forward to working with you in the future. And they were officially voted in our last meeting. So welcome to both. Goodbye to our leaving members and hello to our new ones. And hopefully this year will be a great year for all of us. Okay, so now so now we have to appoint our officers. And I need a motion that the following directors be appointed as officers of the Trenval Business Development Corporation. So myself as chair, if you still want me to be chair, Matthew Page as vice chair, and Chris Fraser as secretary treasurer. Can I have a first on that motion?
It's Karen. I'll move that.
Thank you, Karen. And can I have a seconder on that motion?
It's Jamie. I'll second it.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, I was getting a bit worried there. People were kind of hesitating, and so I was wondering whether they we're double thinking whether we should continue. Anyway, thanks so much, everybody, on that. Okay, so now, so as the AGM comes to a close and we are early, so isn't that wonderful for everybody? I would like to draw attention again to Trenval and the Small Business Center's achievement during the past year. Achievements that would not have been possible but for the hard work and dedication of our staff. To summarize what you have heard throughout the AGM, 68 loans totaling over $3.9 million were dispersed. As well, $1 million in grants were processed to support the Bay of Quinte business community. These funds were used to assist 526 individual businesses and entrepreneurs, creating an estimated 518 jobs. That's a lot of work that Trenval and the Small Business Center has achieved this year. It's an outstanding accomplishment of which Trenval and the Small Business Center and volunteers can be justifiably proud. So a big thank you to all those responsible in helping our community weather the storm we've been through. In this upcoming year, Trenval and the Small Business Center will continue to assist local businesses to grow and thrive. And while we never know what bumps in the road lie in the future, there is no doubt that by working together, we can continue to build a resilient and vibrant Bay of Quinte business community that is equal to any challenge. Thank you all for attending the AGM, and we look forward to continuing to help in any way we can. So thanks very much for coming, and I look forward to a new year ahead. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day. We just missed one, an adjournment there.
Yes, and I need a motion, absolutely.
My last motion,
adjourn.
we got it right here.
There's your last emotion, Robin. Thank you. We are
Yes,
done.
by Liz, probably.
Thanks
you, I'm
again,
very
you guys.
honored.
Eh?
Yes, and thank you to all the team and everything, and everyone have a great day today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Liz. Bye, Robin.
Bye.
Bye-bye.